Will India and Netherlands share a close partnership? We know that the virtual meeting happened between the two prime ministers of India and Netherlands on Friday. And with me is the envoy of Netherlands to talk about this relationship, about the outcomes of this relationship, and what is expected in the future as well. So, welcome to WION. My first question to you is: what were the key outcomes of this virtual meeting that happened? We know that water is something that was talked about, a strategic partnership on what, if you can explain on that as well.
Well, the Netherlands and India have a very long-term relationship, and both prime ministers know each other very well. So it was a very open and very productive meeting. One of the outcomes was a strategic partnership on water between the Netherlands and India. We are very active already in India on the topic of water, in terms of water management, dealing with floods, but also water scarcity. We have large programs in, for example, in Chennai, but also we are doing a lot of research on water with India, and we decided to bring it to a higher level, so to have a strategic partnership on water to address all the challenges we both face in our countries on water.
Mm-hmm. What next for this relationship? We have seen the engagements happening at a regular basis between the two leaders. In fact, I remember your Prime Minister gave a cycle to the Indian Prime Minister. Those visuals are still remembered here. So what next? How do you plan to increase more engagement between the two leaders and between the people of the two countries?
Well, we'll have more meetings on a political level. For example, on water, that was upgraded to the Minister of Water. But also, we are quite active in research and innovation. So we will strengthen our joint research programs. We have collaboration with the Department of Science and the Department of Biotechnology in India. And we will strengthen and do more research together on the so-called WA agenda. This is water, agriculture, and health. So on those topics, we will strengthen our bilateral collaboration in terms of science, in terms of research, investment and trade, but also in the issue of space. There's a close relationship between India and the Netherlands on space issues. There we see a lot of remote sensing, a lot of opportunities, but also on energy and climate. We know we all face a huge climate challenge. We are both partners in the International Solar Alliance. India has a huge energy challenge. India is also very ambitious on renewables, and there are a lot of opportunities in offshore wind, in solar energy, in working on the grid system in India together with International Energy Agency. So there we also decided to go to a next step to work further on those challenges on climate.
Mm-hmm. Climate, of course, is something that is being talked about much globally. We saw high-level visits here in Delhi. India has its own International Solar Alliance. How do you plan to increase engagement on that front in a way that it also helps developing countries in the region, not only here in India, in Asia, but also many African countries?
Yeah, that is a very important part because the climate challenge or the climate crisis is a real global crisis and maybe one of the biggest crises we face at the moment, after COVID maybe. What we have to do is fast-track sustainable development in the Netherlands and in India. So we are partnering in developing all kinds of clean technologies. We are working together on decarbonization, also in India. But it's also important that we together, India and the Netherlands, in the context of the International Solar Alliance, work together in, for example, Africa, to support them in a fast track of sustainable development and to introduce clean technologies and deal with decarbonization challenges in a way fast track the phasing out of fossil fuels.
Mm-hmm. Now coming to an issue which is being talked about, especially here in Delhi and also in Washington, that is the Indo-Pacific vision. Your country, in a sense, is taking a lead along with other European countries on the Indo-Pacific vision. So if you can tell us, what is your government's views on this vision? How do you plan to increase engagement on this vision?
Well, the Indo-Pacific region is, of course, a very important region. And if you look to the economic figures, so it's really increasing the importance in the world. So on the one hand, we see a lot of opportunities, but you also see some challenges, some concerns. So we are very much in favor of an open, inclusive, rule-based society, also in the Indo-Pacific. Mm-hmm. So we discussed this, the two prime ministers discussed this topic, also in how we can strengthen institutions, how we we can strengthen the rule of law, how we can strengthen institutions for enforcing a rule of law. And we're doing that in terms of discussions. We will also getting more collaboration on maritime security, sharing expertise, maybe also doing training exercises together. And we see India as a key player in the Indo-Pacific, and we see India as a key partner in addressing all the challenges in the Indo-Pacific region. And as you said, we also in the Netherlands has proposed a Indo-Pacific strategy, guidelines how we could address the challenges in the Indo-Pacific region.
So COVID pandemic is something that is a global concern. Yesterday, your Prime Minister talked about it. In fact, he lauded the Vaccine Matter initiative of the Indian government as well. What kind of engagement is happening on dealing with this pandemic, especially on vaccines? Yesterday, during the MEA briefing, in fact, there was a mention that how there are Indian engineers who have gone to Netherlands as well. If you can just perhaps highlight on that front as well.
Yeah, true. COVID is, of course, a huge concern to all of us. We work very closely together, India and Netherlands, on health issues, also on vaccine development, on research, on science. Serum Institute, of course, very well known, has also a plant in the Netherlands. So there's a close collaboration with Serum Institute. And we are very much happily surprised also the way India is presenting themselves as a very important vaccine manufacturing country, taking a big responsibility and have a very positive impact in the world on addressing the COVID pandemic crisis. So we're looking very much forward to strengthening our collaboration on vaccine development and vaccine manufacturing.
So my last question, and this is perhaps a little personal question. The place you are staying here in Delhi is pretty historical place. The library we are here in is a pretty historical library as well. If you can tell to our viewers what is the importance not only for your country but also for the Indian subcontinent.
Yeah, the residence of the Netherlands ambassador is the Jinnah House. And of course, in this library, Gandhi, Nehru and Jinnah discussed independence and partition. So historically, I think it's a very important place. A lot of important discussions took place. And of course, that Nehru came here and Gandhi came here, I think it's historical. And of course, it's a privilege not only to be ambassador to India, but also living in this very historical place in India.
Well, thank you so much, sir, for speaking to WION, and especially in this very historical residence of yours. Thank you so much, sir. So clearly the focus of both the countries are to increase the engagement, how both countries can come together, and also increase engagement in next few months. And yes, in fact, the Indian Prime Minister will be going to Portugal for the India-EU meeting, and there it is expected that he can have a bilateral with the Netherlands Prime Minister. With video journalist Chandrasekhar, Siddhant Sibbal for WION in New Delhi.